Alright, so today's plan is to do some cleanup and final repairs on the RV. I have to say we've kept it pretty much in good shape for the most part post-renovation, because obviously a couple things always shift or just break, whatever. But so I think we've fixed all of them kind of as they've come up. We just did the MaxxAir fan. That was a couple videos ago. So really the main thing today is going to be to finish the kind of inside insert for the fan, and then finish the floors. Actually, that's not true. The floors are finished, but a couple of them, there's a couple of gaps that have come up. So I'm not quite sure the best way to fix it. I think it's just going to be kind of pulling them up and then maybe pushing them back together. I'm not sure. So that's something to look into. And then the big project is our paint has chipped in certain places, mainly if the wall was like scratched, like I know Jesse has scratched it a couple times or something like that. Someone's run into it. So the plan then is today to do all the cleanup and get it kind of cleaned up. Then tomorrow a photo shoot. We'll probably make a small commercial for it and then really get it listed. And that way we can get a deposit down on the new one. So let's get it going on that. I am surprised at how well and actually how nicely this is cleaning up. So I'm going to continue working on all of the cabinet surfaces. It's really looking pretty nice. They're definite like brown fingerprints. Not sure why on things. Must just be skin oils and stuff. But with these wipes, they're just kind of wiping right off. So we'll continue to that and then move on to some painting touch-up. The floor got fixed. That looks pretty good now. I think we continue our cabinet scrub. Where do we go from there? So I understand you probably can't even tell what I'm doing because it's like white going to more white. But if you're up close, you see like these yellow fingerprints marks. And the trend seems to be that they are always where the kids were. Just saying. You know, just noticing the trend. Okay, I am coming at you from a child's bunk, which is why there's a weird angle. Hey, Kenzer. So let's talk about painting your RV. We painted every little square inch of this thing, and that did create some nightmares, still to this day in my head. Not that there was anything wrong with it, it went well, but man, it's like the longest 2 weeks of your entire life. So while I have the paint out, and while we're going to be painting some touch-up areas of our RV, I figured we might as well go over some of the basic tips and tricks to use if you're going to paint your RV. So the first thing you do, like here, if I turn you a bit, so this is the area of issue right now. Okay, the paint came off a little too easily because we didn't do probably the full sanding we need to do. We definitely went over it lightly, but you really do need to sand your walls down. This is like the laminate kind of wood thing. There's literally nothing for the paint to stick to. Even if you're using some sort of gripper, which is a great product, you still need something for that to stick to. And all that requires is just kind of roughing it up with some sand sandpaper. I like these cubes. They're easier to hold on to. Don't hurt your hand as much. And if you're going over, like if you're painting your whole RV, get a small motorized one. Don't go in very deep with this, but you need to see the scuff marks of the sandpaper, and that's really all you need to do. And you do need to do everything. The wallpaper you need to do to make sure it's clean and dust free, to help add some traction kind of there. But this wood stuff is really where you need to do it. So, all right, let's do some sanding. Sadly, I believe my GoPro died mid-session of starting to paint. But basically, what we've done is we've sanded that whole section down, and then we went over it with the gripper. Okay? We will give this hopefully 24 hours. I don't think it needs quite that long, but you give it 24 hours to dry. And then once it's dry, we typically did 2 coats of paint on everything. That gave it a really nice, even surface. So that's kind of what you do. So you do a layer of gripper. That's what really sticks to everything. And then you do 2 layers of paint, which we'll get to tomorrow in the next vlog. But the most important part is that sanding, kind of the prep layer and the gripper.
I can't wait to.
So not that watching us scrub and white walls to make more white is exciting and something you probably want to watch on YouTube. I wanted to go over how we plan to get from where we are today to where we want to be. I'm not even sure how long it's going to take. So from where we are now to our future. So the plan right now is to sell Aurora and get her listed probably by the time this video is live. So if that's happened, I will link it down below. So if you're interested in our RV, check out this commercial or check out the video tomorrow, and that will basically be her for sale commercial tour kind of thing. There is an official tour of the RV when we first finished it. I'll post that here. Here, I think it's here. So if you want that, do that. We did a couple of further improvements and further fixes, so I want to update that video for really what you'll see as a buyer if you're coming out. So check out the next video, and we will go over really what the RV has to offer. We're thinking most things are going to stay. We might take the storage unit in the loft and obviously the computers, but the soundbar is going to stay. The projection screen is going to stay. Kind of most things, if they're bolted down, we're going to leave them here. So that is that's the plan. So check that out. We have a couple more. Ken's screen loft behind you. There's a couple more things we're going to do today. We're going to basically really clean the rig, vacuum everything, really make sure it's clean. So tomorrow in the morning sun, we can get some good pictures, some good video, so you can see that video. Kristen is going over final floor plans and doing final comparisons. If you've done this, you will notice that like most trailers or fifth wheels have very similar floor plans across. Like how many brochures do you have? 4 or 5?
I have 4.
So across like the 4 major ones, we were looking at Cyclones, Road Warriors, the Grand Design, and then we found Fusion. They all have like very, very similar floor plans, but there are minute differences we found in each one, and those sometimes made the difference for liking them or not liking them. So a couple more jobs cleaning. This will be the end of the vlog today. Tomorrow is going to be very busy, and we'll catch you then.